today we have the pleasure to talk with the man who was responsible for one of 2019's biggest upsets. He will be facing Luis Peña on June the 27th. I am talking about Khama, the Deathstar warrior, who's giving us some minutes of his time to chat. So Khama, thank you very much and welcome to Somos MMA.
Awesome, man. Thanks for having me.
Khama, first of all, how are you feeling about the fight? How's been the training camp going on?
Everything's doing good, man. It's going as planned. The weight's on, weight's coming off properly and stuff. Still got a couple more days to go, so everything's lining up perfectly. We're just finished. We actually just kind of finished up camp today and stuff, so we got a couple more light days to go, but that's pretty much it.
Okay, and how much time did you have to prepare for the fight? Because it was announced a week ago, I think. When did you get the confirmation?
About a week ago. I actually didn't get the confirmation until it was announced. I was like, oh, okay. Well, I guess it's confirmed.
How was it? Does affect you in any way? Does it affect you in any way?
All the fights are kind of like that now. Like no one's really getting, unless you're like a main event, you're not really getting like a whole bunch of time. And even some main events, like Jessica Isaac, she only had like the same amount of time for her fight and stuff. So like, it's the way the sport's going now. So you just have to take it and make sure you're in shape and ready to go.
Well, anyway, it is more time than what you got on your last fight.
Yeah, it's 3 times as much. So I can't explain.
And Khama, tell me, how did you manage to train in all this COVID-19 situation?
Well, I was able to train. Like I own my own gym, the academy, so it's kind of easier to train when you own your own gym. I closed my gym to the public for 3 months. We actually just opened back up this week, but I would still be able to train with my training partners a limited amount. Like when I was getting ready for April, I was training with a limited amount of training partners, and then like it kind of stopped for a minute, and then it restarted back up once I moved my gym and reopened. So I've been training consistently for like the past about 7 weeks now.
And what about the sparring sessions? Could you get any sparring partner?
Yeah, I can get pretty decent sparring partners. I have and I train with a pretty decent amount of really tall guys, so I had them come in and make sure I got some guys, and the guys are 6'4", 6'3", and then my main training partner is about 5'11", but he has a pretty long reach as well. He has like I think a 76 or 77 inch reach, so he's a southpaw, so I worked a lot with him and stuff. So I got the proper work, and like when you get in there, it's going to be a little bit different, but I think I got the proper work.
Well, you just mentioned initially you were supposed to face Michael Johnson, but then all the COVID-19 thing happened and well, all that stuff. Did the cancellation affect you in any way?
Oh yeah, I mean I didn't get to fight.
Yeah, sure.
I was originally scheduled to fight Ottoman, and then they switched it up 9 days out, and it was supposed to be Michael Johnson because he couldn't get back in. But then that all just went to the south. So yeah, I mean like it messed up the whole flow of things. I had to like reline up to get things properly done, but we're here now, so hopefully we can make it to next week.
And how do you imagine the fight? Which do you think are going to be the keys for your victory, and what do you need to be careful about Luis Peña?
He's a pretty explosive guy. He has good wrestling, good jiu-jitsu, good striking. He's good, pretty much good everywhere. But I just have to make sure I fight the proper fight. Like everything just has to be on point. Like I just have to make sure I show up. I know I have the skill sets to beat him. I just have to make sure I show up that night and stuff. So that's the big thing about fighting. It's all about who shows up that night.
And for example, what do you think about the smaller cage? That would be a factor?
Yeah, I think it will and it won't. I mean, like I'm normally like before I only have one fight in the UFC, and the cages I fought to on the local regional scene were 20-foot cages. So this is actually an extra size for me, like you know what I mean. So I mean, like I think it'll be a factor, then it also won't be a factor. We'll just have to wait and let it like straight itself out.
And Khama, your last fight was on August, I think. Do you think that the time outside the octagon is going to play a factor in the fight?
Yeah, I mean, like I think I've gotten a lot better being outside. Like, you know what I mean? Like I don't think it'll be the factor is like I had 2 or 3 fights I was trying to get leading up to this fight now. So it's not like I haven't been training for fights. I've been preparing for fights that just haven't been happening. So I don't think I'll have a problem with turning on the violent side and getting things done. So I'll just be a lot better than I was almost a year ago.
And man, tell me, uh, if everything goes according to the plan and you get that win, when would you like to fight again?
If everything goes as planned and like nothing's jacked up and hurt, I'd like to fight in July. Like I would like a 20-day, 18-day, 25, 30-day, whatever turnaround really, really fast. I would like a fast turnaround. I don't want to sit around all summer long and not fight again until whenever. I'm like, they're giving people fast turnarounds, and if everything turns out, nothing's broken, no stitches, no anything, I like want a fast turnaround.
And do you have any names in mind, or you're not thinking in that into
Yeah, I
that?
have a couple of guys, but like I'm just gonna I like to deal with one problem at a time and then like go
Yeah,
in.
sure.
And I mean, of course, like I still want to fight Ottoman. I still want that fight. So there's a couple of things, that a couple of different guys that are out there that fights got canceled and stuff that I'd like to get fights with and whatever. So when that time comes, I'll deal with that and see how it goes.
What about Fight Island, man? Does it excite you more, or it's just the same as any other place?
No, I mean like it's definitely exciting. I want to go there and see exactly how it is and see how it is for fighters because it's very very unique. So no, I'm geeked. I can't wait to get on Fight Island again. That's going to be a lot of fun, man. A lot of fun on there.
Khama, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that after this fight against Peña, you have 2 more bouts in your contract. Am I right?
Yes.
Okay, so which fighter of any time would be your dream opponent?
Um, Definitely BJ Penn. I was a big BJ Penn fan. Still am a big BJ Penn fan. I wouldn't fight him now, like he's past his prime and stuff. But BJ Penn was I was always a real big BJ Penn fan. So that would be a dream match. And a dream match that I probably wouldn't like would be like old school Matt Hughes too. I was a big Matt Hughes
Whoa.
fan, like slam people and stuff. So, but I wouldn't really be up to that because he's like 170. I'd be like, nah, I'm cool. No, thank you.
And where do they rank in your greatest of all time list? Because
Um,
it's a hot issue, everybody's talking about, well, this one is the greatest of all time. No, this other, and
I I
who is the
always
greatest of all time?
I always go with Anderson Silva. I
Whoa,
just
yeah.
I just think he was just before his time. He has the most title defenses. He's also jumped weight classes multiple times and won, then going back and defended his title. But right now, Amanda Nunes is pushing because she's the
Mhm.
only person to ever have 2 titles and defend them
Yeah.
simultaneously. So she's like a true double champ. So she's pushing for best MMA fighter ever. Even though her division isn't as stacked and there's not a lot of people for her to fight at 145 and stuff, but still, I mean, she's right up behind Anderson Silva for best ever.
Do you think people underestimate her for being a
Yeah.
woman?
Yep. Yeah. It's just because it's a guy sport, I guess you can say,
Yeah.
and yeah, because she's a female, she doesn't get. If she was a dude, if there's a dude that could hold both weight classes, like, oh my God, people be running around like laying out red carpets for her. Because I think it's because she's a female. It's okay to say she's the best female fighter, but like she's the best fighter. Like she has 2 belts, and she's defending both of them. Like, and she's doing it at ease. Like she's doing it easy. She's not being challenged. Now again, the argument can always be run that at 145 there are no real contenders. There's like 3 people at 145, and that's really it. But she
Yeah,
still
yeah.
beat him. She knocked out Cyborg. That was not an easy task.
Yes, sure. And he's turning every opponent. Um, Man, I wanted to ask you at the beginning, and I held myself because I thought it was a silly question. But what about your nickname? Why is
Yeah,
it the Death Star?
the Deathstar that comes from my first amateur fight. I knocked this guy out, and someone said it looked like something from the Deathstar, and it kind of stuck with it, and then just and now it's like it's permanent. Now it's like my name is the Deathstar, and there's no way around it.
And are you a Star Wars fan, or just it
No,
just?
I am a big
Okay.
fan too, so it goes into play. I do like Star Wars a lot, so that helps out.
Okay, and Khama, I would like to talk about your journey up to this point. Which was the sweetest thing, and which was the most bitter one?
I would have to say my first win as a pro was definitely my sweetest thing, because it kind of solidified that I was there, and it was a hard fight. And probably my first loss was the most bitter, because I was like, my first fight was a loss, and I was like, oh shit, this sucks, man. Like, I just knew I was gonna win my first pro fight, win my first 20 pro fights and stuff, and then I lost my first pro fight, boom, get choked out. I'm like, oh shit, that didn't go as planned. So, but it was I learned, I just early on, I got right to work instantly, so I had to start digging myself out of the hole from the beginning. So, made it a little bit more worth it.
And I heard that after I think that your last loss, people told you that you should quit, that you should get a regular job. And I want to ask you, what can you tell the people who is chasing their dreams like you?
It's plain and simple. Like I tell people all the time, I'm like, you can't live your life for someone else, because they're not you, and you can't live your life for your parents or your spouse or whatever. I'm saying you can have common sense about the fact, you know what I mean? But when it comes to chasing things that you're passionate about, I don't fight. Of course I fight to make money, but that's not the reason why I got into it. I do it because I love it. So that's why I kept chasing it. I don't want to end up with a job that I hate and regret things that I look back on, especially while you're young. I'm about to turn 34. I'm not going to be young forever, and I can go back to school. I could be a fucking rocket scientist if I want to. You know what I mean? No time limit on that stuff. But on this, something I love, there is a time limit on it. So, if someone's telling you to be like everybody else, there's already enough of the regular people. Try to stick outside of the box, man. Because it's so easy to get pushed into the box and just go to school and get your degree and come out and then get your job and work and then get married and buy the house and then retire and die. It's ugh. It's like fucking sliced cheese. I'm like, nah, man, I need to have a little bit of me in there. And this was just me. And for some people, that's all they want. That's fine. But if you don't want that, don't let someone else tell you what your life should be.
Awesome, man. Khama, it was a pleasure to talk with you. I wish you the best for what's coming. I hope you get the win, you get the bonus, man, again. and we hope to see you fighting soon again, man, in July in the Fight Island. All the best for you, man.
Awesome, man. Thanks for having me on, man.
Gracias por visitar Somos MMA en YouTube. No olvides suscribirte a nuestro canal y activar las notificaciones para seguir disfrutando de nuestro contenido.